Hi everyone, after last week's trip to the monster trucks, I dug out this. As a little boy, I got all my best model cars together and kept them in this box that somebody gave me. I think somebody gave it to my cousin. He emigrated to Canada nearly 60 years ago, and I inherited it, and it's been kept safe in a loft, in the old loft ever since. And now it's time to have a look at it. I'm not going to be too surprised when I open it. I have looked at it before, but it's going to be really, really nice having a trip down my memory lane. I can share some of my memories of these models with you. Here we have a Matchbox collector's case. Sorry, I got some paint on it in the early 80s. I was painting a model of a Vulcan battle cruiser, and I was using this to rest, and I remember getting the paint on. I was gutted I couldn't get it off. But look at this. Don't know what the date is. Oh wow! Right, I was surprised then, but I have had a look in this. It's not a complete surprise what's in it, and I'm going to show you this little collection of. These were my favourite cars. Two layers. So I'm going to show you the collection of my favourite cars, which I kept in this rather special box. Box has seen better days, but you know what? It still works. The box still works. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's keeping cars safe. And keep a lookout for that Ford GT inside. Hope you enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed my trip back to my childhood. Husky Ferrari 250 GT. (1971) Matchbox Jeep Hot Rod, made in England. This is pretty much late 60s, early 70s style, pink and lime green, but it's still in pretty good condition. 1971. Even the plastic exhausts are in not bad condition, and the silvering on the engine's pretty good. (1971) Matchbox Hairy Hustler. That's a Hairy Hustler, what a strange name for a car. Again, you can expect this to pop up in an episode of The Persuaders or something. It's pretty garish, but it really is an amazing snapshot of, you know, what was in fashion with toys in 1971. Which was 2 years before I was born. The canopies in pretty good condition. The Hairy Hustler, everyone. Wow. 1979 Corgi Porsche 917, made in Great Britain, Captain America. So the stickers stayed on pretty well. See, it's got Captain America's face on it. That's in pretty good condition. It's got an opaque windscreen, and it's actually got a plastic underside as this. It's in quite good condition. Another strange one from the 70s, the Matchbox Cosmobile from 1975. So again, this quite much a product of its time in the 70s. And you know what? It wouldn't have looked out of place in Jerry Anderson's UFO. It's quite cool. Quite like that. The paint's still in good condition, as is the silvering and the glazing. It's got a metal underside. And I've got a rocket there to make it go faster. Matchbox Mercedes-Benz Bins Ambulance, undated. So this has seen better days. It's no back door on it, but there's a little ambulance, there's a little bay there for a stretcher. But notice it's got the solid wheels on it. Well, yeah, some of the stickers are still on. Very much got the Mercedes-Benz look. For some reason it says rescue on it. Again, the glazing's intact. Metal on the side, but again, the solid wheels, which reduces its playability. Majorette, made in France. Some kind of 2CV buggy, undated, probably early 80s. And there's a real difference in quality from this and the comparable Matchbox cars at the time. But you know what, the stickers are still on. Looks like some kind of rally car, so still actually quite nice, is that? I like it anyway. Talking of off-roaders, we've got 1977 Jeep from Matchbox. The canvas top is hard plastic, which is, it's got a tow bar at the back, which is, and it's got a tow bar at the back that's still got its original bit on it, so that's quite good. There's no glazing on this one, it's some kind of sand buggy. Made in England. Don't see that very often on toys. Again from the 70s, 1973 Matchbox Badger. So some kind of sci-fi. I actually remember buying this, so this came out a lot later than 1970. I probably bought this in the early 80s. I think I bought it from a news agency in Rishton. But what is cool about it, the radar still moves. It's still working after all these years. Matchbox Merryweather fire engine, 1969. Made in England, Lesney Products Limited. The ladder's got lost somewhere along the way, and the lights are very scuffed. The glazing's still intact. You know, I've seen worse models. It's in pretty good condition. 1969 though, wow. That's before, well before I was born. 1972, made in England, Matchbox Forklift Truck. I've got a feeling that I bought this sometime. So this 1972 is just the production date for the mould probably, but I definitely bought this. That tips forward, tips up. I remember playing with this quite a lot, and it's got the original Lansing Bagnall sticker on it on both sides, but it's pretty faded, sadly. But nice model. Still works. Still in use, still picking things up. Great stuff. Jeremy Clarkson, eat your heart out. It's the Ford GT, nearby Matchbox. How cool is that? Iconic car. And it's the car that is on the front of the Matchbox case that it's in. So I don't know if they were bought at the same time. Seen better days. The decal's not in great shape and there's a bit of cracking in the window. But hey, this is one I dread to think how many people played with this before me. You know, I didn't buy this. This is something that was given to me. But thank you for giving it to me. And it's still, look at the orange wheels. Wow. If only I had the real thing. Matchbox Formula 5000 from 1975. Not the greatest model. Got a moulded blue racing car driver. Stickers, a bit faded but all intact. Look at the big air scoop there, which was typical of racing cars of the 1970s. I think that's been played with a lot, but quite cool. And he's got 3,000. Sorry, 5,000 on the engine to match the sticker, which is a nice little detail. It's Batman from Corgi Juniors. Wow. Sorry, I'm reversing back to being a young boy again. So these fold away, obviously to get it in the box, and also to store it on the back of another transporter. It's got the classic TV Batman sticker on it. And it's in pretty good condition, to be honest. Possibly bought this myself, probably late 70s. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not very well known in the UK. It's a Greyhound Bus, even though it was made in England. Matchbox Superfast number 66. I used to be fascinated by this when I was a kid. Whilst we had double-decker buses in the UK, there was none like this, and I'd always wanted to travel on a Greyhound bus. I've no such urge to travel across America these days on a bus. I think there's better ways to travel. Look at that! Wow. I remember playing with this a lot, so it's not in the greatest of shapes. Greyhound sticker, not in brilliant condition, but all the glazing's a bit scuffed, but it's all there. Right across America. Fantastic. But made in England. So a bit of Americana going to the UK. Majorette Multi-Bene 1 to 100 scale. I remember having this on my model railway. You know, Majorette, I don't think they were anywhere near as good as models here. The skip has got a little, the latch is snapped, so I'll not take it off. But yeah, I used to have that on a model railway when I was a kid. But it's still here, still in the box. Right, we're going really old here. Both of these models made in England by Lesney, both Matchbox. And these are fairly old. Look at this one first. Still got the Matchbox sticker. Look at the wheels. Look how hard the wheels are on that. No glazing at all. Pretty rudimentary model, but probably some little boy in the 1960s who, whenever it was extremely happy with that. It's still nice. Still nicer model of a Routemaster. This one hasn't fared so well. I remember not playing with this because it just looked pretty terrible when I got it and when I inherited it. So yeah, pretty rudimentary model, but a nice historical piece for me anyway. Nice to have something that's been played with a lot over the years. Ford Zodiac Estate, Lone Star, made in England. Oh, the engine pops up. There's the back open, the boot opens, the door opens. That's pretty good. Some nice 70s green interior. But, sorry, I think it's a black hole letter set on the top. What possessed me to do that? I don't know, but that dates it from the early 80s, from when the movie The Black Hole, I think it was early 80s, was out. Sorry, I don't like putting stickers or anything on models, but I've done on this one for some bizarre reason. Corgi Juniors, lots of spray. Still with a rather oversized 007 sticker. Not as good as the full-size Corgi one that works. This is a static model, so the fins are permanently out, and this is in permanent underwater mode. Do 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 do. You've all seen The Spy Who Loved Me, so I'll not sing anymore. It's actually got the 007 logo on the bottom, so licensing was kicking in again for Bond, as it had done in the 60s. That's really nice. I like it. Alfa Carabo, 1970, and this is very much a paint scheme and a car of its era. Look at that. That's hideous. That's hideous. What a horrible looking car. Wow. I expect that turning up on wheelie dealers, to be honest. Paint, not in great condition, but what an ugly car. But a nice timepiece, I think. Combine harvester, 1977. This will be one I bought. Who somebody bought for me. When it moves, it kind of turns the wheel. Yeah, nice to have I remember playing with that and having a wagon beside it and pretending to have a farm. So, yeah, pretty cool little model. Lawn Start. Ford Corsair 1 to 58th scale police car. Again, a lot of the cars of the time had opening boots and opening doors. Opening bonnets, and opening boots. If you're in America, a hood and a trunk. In Britain, it's a bonnet and a boot. Bit scuffed, bit scratched. Glazing's a bit cracked. But you can see that in some kind of police squad or something. Very good. This is a British American police car, a Ford Galaxy, made in England by Lesney. Sorry, Fire Chief. What was the other one? Oh, sorry, the other one was a fire, not police. Sorry, I can't read today. It's a Fire Chief. Is it the same as the other one? Is it the same casting? No, different models, completely different models. But yeah, don't forget in the 70s, American TV shows were pretty big. So I remember as a kid in the 70s watching Starsky and Hutch and loving it, and Kojak. So we lapped up anything American and emergency services in the 70s. This is 1981 4x4. This will be one I bought. That's pretty good. Can you imagine Colt Seavers, the Fall Guy, driving that? And I probably bought that around that time. American TV shows, again, really big. The Fall Guy, TJ Hooker, the A-Team. So we used to love American cars in the UK kids. And they still do. Look at the monster trucks I went to last week. It was full. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 1978 57 Chevy. This will be one I bought. Don't know why. That's pretty ugly. Imagine ZZ Top going out to that. It's got the exhaust down the side. Pimp My Ride. In England, strange American cars like that. When you look at cars today in supermarkets, they're very American. They're very American style. A Buick Regal, Kojak, Telly Savalas. Look at that, that's gorgeous. That is beautiful. Non-working police lights. Who Loves Your Baby? That's a nice motor. It's in pretty good condition. Kojak, really big in the UK in the 70s. Great show. Telly Savalas was brilliant in it. And many other things. Great actor. Right, Blake 7 Liberator. Yeah. So this is pretty much the same standard of the BBC visual effects department. In fact, mine, this is in HD and not some kind of fuzzy chroma key the BBC use. Yeah, Blake 7's famous Liberator. Corgi, copyright BBC 1977. So it's copyright 1940, but that's obviously the date the license is from. Corgi Tom and Jerry. I loved this as a little boy. I absolutely loved it. Look at Jerry there. Yeah, it's got a plastic bottom. It's not the best model, but what a good fun. What a good fun car that is. And to match it, we've got Tom. He's sat on there, very loush, it's very comfortable on there, doesn't he? This one's got a metal bottom, so Tom and Jerry. And I absolutely love playing with these as a little boy. Brilliant stuff. A Matchbox Articulated Truck from 1973. Again, I've got a feeling this was a repaint of an older model. Not the best. It's got a bit of muck in it, so obviously. I've been carrying things around it in the 1980s and 1970s, but yeah, no. Yeah, not great, but there you go. Another majorette made in France. Very French style. Look at the little round window on the side. That tips up, but it's wobbly. It's wobbly as anything. I have no recollection buying that. Probably hand me down if somebody's giving it to me. Bit mucky inside. Would have been tipping sand out with it in the garden when I was about 7. A skedaddler snowmobile. I don't think it's a James Bond one, but I used to pretend it was from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I used to pretend it was Blofeld. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. I think I might have bought this in Bolton. In a shop in Bolton. I have vague memories of buying this. Cool though. Nice model. The seating position is really good on it. It's pretty good. Phew. Another licensed one here. A Leyland Terrier, made in Great Britain. No date on it, but probably to tie in with the Superman film. So it's the old-fashioned Superman cartoon. Daily Planet, Superman Saves the World. And that's really nice. What a nice model that. Bit of roller shutter, non-working roller shutter door in the back. Wow. Glazing all intact. What they wouldn't have had in America though is a Leyland Truck. Good old British Leyland or bad old British Leyland, whatever you want to call it. Citroen SM 1971. Again, very much of its time. And this is pretty in good condition. The Yamaha Shell and STP sticker's quite good. It's got this removable roof rack on it, which I used to love as a kid. Doors open. Smells of adventure. You can imagine trying to make your way across a desert in that or something. Very French, very Gallic. Like it. 1975 Planet Scout. Not a really good model. That doesn't do anything. It's got lights on it, but pretty dull model. But it's got these big chunky wheels on, which give it a nice movement. How dated does that look? Very 1970s. Love it. The Flying Bug. Would you get away with that now? I've got a German military symbol on it, and a fellow with a huge head and a... Yeah, it's like Udo Dirkschneider of Accepts. Yeah, fair enough. What a strange model that is. I don't remember buying that. I really don't. I think that's an inherited one. Kind of fun. I do like the aircraft fins, obviously. Probably the tooling from another model shoved on. What was an iconic car for me as a little boy? The Citroen 2CV. For Your Eyes Only, when it came out in 1981. There was a Citroen garage near where I lived, and it had liveried up 007 livery, yellow 2CV with fake bullet holes in. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I asked my dad to buy it, and it was flat. No. I don't blame him, to be honest. But quite nice. Imagine Roger Moore going down the Greek hillside in that with Melina Havelock. It's in pretty good condition, that. Might resurrect that, my model railway, which I'm building at the moment. All be revealed soon. Like it. Like it a lot. Who would have thought a yellow 2CV would be so popular? It's so iconic, let's say. And possibly the most iconic car of the 1970s, Corgi Juniors, Starsky and Hutch Grand Torino. Not in the best of condition, because I played with this like mad. I loved Starsky and Hutch in the 1970s as a little boy. My mum and dad used to let me stop up late on a Saturday night and watch it. Great stuff. Not in the best of condition, you know, the stickers peeling off a little bit, but the glazing's alright and the chrome work, it's alright. But it actually says Starsky and Hutch underneath it. Wow. Imagine David Soul jumping off those bins and hurting his back as he landed on the bonnet in the opening credits. Wow, Starsky and Hutch. Fantastic. What a show. So let's close the lid on the box. I'm looking forward to sharing these with my son very soon. He loves toy cars, and we love the monster trucks the other week, and he's been playing with monster trucks ever since. He's 5 years old, and he's at a great age where he loves toy cars. So I'm looking forward to sharing this, with a caveat on some of them: look with your eyes, not your hands. But it'd be great to see him playing with these, as you know, they give me a lot of pleasure. When I was a little boy, they give somebody before me, and maybe, you know, I have no idea how old some of these are. I hope they give my son as much pleasure as they give me.